Think about a real or fictional character. Challenge me and I will read your mind. Akinator is a video game that attempts to determine what fictional or real-life character, object, or animal the player is thinking of by asking a series of questions. Akinator is an iteration of a very old game called 20 Questions, similar to the board game Guess Who that was played in a very similar way during earlier times. Even though it was released in 2007, Akinator is still relevant today because it is very fun to play and will be for the long run. But how does it work? And why does it feel that Akinator can see right through you? Before beginning the questionnaire, the players must think of a character, object, or animal. Akinator initiates a series of questions with yes, no, probably, probably not, and don't know as possible answers. Most of the time, an answer is given before 25 questions are asked. Did you know that if everyone in the world competed in a one-on-one single elimination tournament, it would only take 33 rounds to determine the winner? This is because at the end of every round, half of the options get eliminated. Akinator uses a sophisticated version of what they call a decision tree algorithm. To put it simply, if say Akinator has 10 million characters in its database, by only asking yes or no questions, half of the characters can be eliminated every time you answer a question, and after 20 questions, it would have already narrowed down the pool from 10 millions to 10 options or less. It seems like magic, but it's just math. Now imagine if the questions are even more specific, and if you answer them in the correct way, each question can eliminate even more than half the pool. Like, has your character visited the moon, or is your character known for running? And plus, people don't always use 10 million entries all the time. There are some which are a lot more common, so Akinator can cheat and pick the most likely options, which means it can get to the answer in fewer questions. If a user selects not sure or probably, Akinator uses fuzzy probabilities. When it fails to guess a character, it asks the user to identify it. The system then records the results for future guesses. Even though it might not look like it, this method is very efficient. If we use some filters in a database, like lives in New York, is under 30 years old, is female, has one cat, loves jogging, is allergic to peaches, and has been to college for the last 5 years, we can easily narrow down the results to a dozen or maybe even less. Akinator's database is not static, it evolves through crowdsourcing. At the same time, it's effectively pulling knowledge from millions of past users. Combined with rigorous math, it mimics mind reading by statistically pruning possibilities at each step. Over time, its accuracy improves as the database grows and more user interactions refine its character profiles.